Hey everybody, welcome back to the 6th Lego room rebuild update. Jordan here. Today we are going to be just cleaning up down here. We're going to be preparing the tables. We're going to be moving the tables around, locking them in position, getting them ready for the tops. We're going to be moving Lego sets around. We're going to be cleaning up. We're going to be talking about Lego shelving, talking about the fact that these guys need to move before they get bumped off the shelf. A whole bunch of stuff. So there's a few things that I want to address before we get started with this video, and here they are. Okay, first things first, the plywood on the wall behind those shelves there actually serves as a time capsule. That's why we decided to keep it up. I will be covering that using melamine. I don't have to spend any money on that. I have a whole bunch of melamine in the garage that we can cut to size, screw in place. Now, the only problem is I can't do that right now because there's a whole bunch of stuff in the way. So we've got to move all this stuff so that we can do that today here in this video. The shelving will be changing. Not where the shelving is, but everything on the shelving will be changing. We're going to be reorganizing all of the stuff to group it by theme. All the Star Wars stuff's got to get grouped together. All the vehicles got to get grouped together. It's just not my top priority right now to group all this stuff together, as the Lego room is an absolute disaster and I don't have a city. But we will be regrouping the shelving, and I will be moving the Star Destroyer and Super Star Destroyer so that we do not poke our eye out or send them crashing to the ground. So that will be getting dealt with 100%. Yes, I did block the electrical cabinet. It is through this gap here. It's essentially right on the wall behind that. I do plan on fixing this. I just don't have the right shelving. I know it's against code, and I knew that when I did it. I'm going to buy a half Billy bookcase, which is essentially half the height of this one here, and we're going to put it there so that the electrical cabinet is exposed and visible and easier to access. So I do plan on resolving that hazard. When we moved the shelving, I discussed that I was short 2 centimeters and that this shelf right here with the Batman sets was actually coming into the Lego City area. That is no longer the case. You can see we have a gap right here. How did I create that gap? Well, I actually removed one of the shelves from this wall. There used to be an additional Billy. Right now there's only 5, but there used to be 6. And then what we did is we put the half Billy right there with Yoda, and then we angled one of the Billies there, another half Billy, a full Billy, a full Billy. Holy smokes, I just said Billy a lot. But and then we put more here. Now, the really cool thing about the shelving change is that we were actually able to keep all of the shelves in the Lego room. Originally, I thought we were going to lose 1 or 2, but with the way it's set up right now, we were able to keep them all. When we moved the shelves, I did drag them. I know I could have put cardboard or a bath mat or a towel or something underneath to help move them. However, when we dragged them, we noticed that the floor was okay. It was not getting scratched and the shelves could very easily handle it. So we decided to just drag them, but the floor is not scratched. Another very awesome thing about the changes that I may have forgot to mention in the last shelving upload, or it just got scattered amongst all the footage, is the bulkhead shelving. We will be installing actually 2 more bulkhead shelves, which is going to be awesome because we're going to be able to put Lego right up there on that bulkhead. And also, when I spin 180 here, we're going to be able to put Lego on that bulkhead as well. Yeah, look at the room. Hey, it's looking pretty fresh. There's a lot of space on the walls around the Lego City. What am I going to do with that space? All of our art is right here on the ground and upstairs in our living room / kitchen. So as you can probably imagine, I am going to hang all of that art on the white walls around the Lego City. Why haven't I done that yet? I just don't know where I'm going to hang it. I don't know the layout of the Lego City. I don't know how much vertical space we're going to have. I just want to get the Lego City in and visualize what it's going to look like before we start covering up these walls. Also, I have to decide where I'm going to put the Bricksie name plaque, which is right down here, which used to be part of the Bricksie wall, which of course was attached to that plywood behind the brickheads. So the Bricksie name plaque is massive, and my thought process is I could take a 1x3, that's what it used to sit on, paint it white, and then we could attach that 1x3 to the studs on the wall, we could sit the plaque on the 1x3, and then we could put some Technic bricks on there with a hole, just like how the wall used to be held up, with some washers and screws going through the Technic bricks, and we could mount that plaque somewhere, whether it's on this wall, that wall, over there, or any of these walls. That's what we could do with the Bricksie name plaque. So we're gonna have art, and we're gonna have the Bricksie name plaque somewhere. It's just hard to visualize without having the city right there. So I think that's all of the concerns that I wanted to address. Those are just some of the most frequently asked questions in the comment sections of the last few videos. What are you gonna do about the shelves? What are you gonna do about the plywood? Was the floor scratched? You're gonna poke your eye out. What are you gonna do with the art? So on and so forth. So there's some of the questions answered at the beginning of this video. So let's get started, because we're gonna be making space, we're gonna be fixing up these tables, and we're gonna get this room back up and operational today. However, we're not gonna be putting melamine on today just because it's not ready yet, but we're gonna get this place actually functionable, because it's funny. I do like live streams and stuff like that, and we got some live streams coming up, but like I have locked my laptop in the drawers on the back wall. So I need to extract my laptop and my webcams. They're all locked away. I don't know why I did that, but they're like, I gotta move all this Lego to get to them. So all of this stuff is gonna be moved around, and I gotta get that stuff out, and I gotta make this place more functional. So the first thing that I'm gonna be doing is fixing up these tables, making them level, and locking them into position. Because when I made these tables, I made them on the ground upside down, and then I flipped them. So some of these legs have got to move down 1 millimeter, which is easy. I just pop the 2 screws out, get my wife to hold this, and then rotate this thing, and then put a couple screws in there, and it'll fix it. See, this board might have to move down a bit. I'll just pop these 2 screws out, push this down a bit, pop the 2 screws back in. So I've essentially got to go around and do that to all of the different joints. Not all of them, like 90% of them are okay. Like that's okay. This is okay. So only about 10% of them need to be fixed up. So that won't take long. I'm gonna grab my drill, fix it up, and then we're gonna move these tables into position. So that's what I'm gonna do, starting right meow. After using our level tape measure, screws, and also drill, we've got everything perfectly level and perfectly spaced. So now all of our tables are connected. We're 4 inches away from this wall here, and 4 inches away from the back wall, running all the way along, which is pretty awesome. And now all the tables are connected. You can see right there, right over there, and on the far end as well. Now this room has 3 additional inches that we didn't use, and we decided to keep the 3 inches over here against this wall. The reason being, well, of course, we'd rather not have, a awkward gap right over here by the shelving. So the tables, or the tabletops, are gonna go right up against this wall and right up against the back wall, and then there'll be a 3-inch gap over there that you'll rarely be able to see. So I think that made the most sense after thinking about it for a bit. So the cool thing about these tables is we made them high enough for, of course, the Besta cabinets if we wanted to use those under there, and also the Alex drawers, which are right there. So both of those IKEA products can fit underneath the table. But as you can see, this is a Lindemann table right here. They are a bit taller because we had to compensate for the 2x6 that we used to make the tables, right? So they had to be a little bit taller because we used a 2x6 rather than 2x4. And of course, I mean, you can fit an Alex unit under these, and you can fit an Alex unit under these, but these use a 2x6 frame. And I was talking about bulkhead shelves, and I was also talking about art earlier in this video. Just want to mention that we could use the lac floating shelves going around this area too if we truly wanted to. So we could put lac floating shelves so that we could put Lego sets, you know, around the roof, but it just depends on how much room that art is going to take up, and also the Bricksie plaque as well. Okay, so now that we've got the tables all leveled off and everything's looking good for the tables, it's time to clear our blasted desk area here. Actually, we might not have room to do that. So, you know what? We'll start with the shelving area over here. We need to get that cleared because we need to haul all the liniments down here, not the liniments, but the melamine tabletops down here. So we need to make sure this area is cleared so that we don't, you know, destroy Lego while we're bringing the tabletops in. So now I'm gonna move a whack of this stuff from over here underneath these tabletops to clear that area. And if we have any space, we'll do the same for the desk as well. Well, we need to do the desk because I need to access that laptop. Once again, I need to get that extracted from the desk area. So let's move all of this Lego for what seems like the 100th time. Well, our beach was actually on plywood, so we just moved it right over here onto one of the table frames. And same with this chunk right here, so now we can get rid of this entire table. Next, I moved the underwater scene right over here as well. So I got the shelving area all cleared up here, and look what we put on the Best of TV cabinets. Yeah, the Super Star Destroyer in the Star Destroyer. And look at that, we've got all our space back here in front of the shelves. Beauty. Now I can get up there and put the melamine on the plywood. Just got to get that done. But where did all this stuff go? Well, of course, we put it under the tables, right? And look at this. We got our boats and stuff over here. Okay, I forgot about a drop table. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out. But luckily with Mills, I think we'll be able to do it, like do the beach scene without a drop table, I hope. We'll see how that plays out. And look at this. These cabinets, the cabinets fit perfectly underneath the tables. Like, by a smidge. By a smidge, I tell you. It's perfect. Might have to get some more of those drawer units. We'll see. I don't know what the plan is. Then I put all the modular buildings under here, because this will pretty much where they're gonna, or pretty much be where they're gonna go on this table, and also along the back wall, I think. Of course, this might change. Then the rest of the modular buildings are right over here, underneath the campground, right? Under there. And now we've got to clear this area. And I've got to go cut some melamine. I might do that in the morning, I won't lie. I'm pretty tired. There's an Oilers game on, and I'm missing it right now for this, but I better move all this stuff. And I'm going to put this stuff under here, because that's going to be, well, it'll potentially be the new stomping grounds for the amusement park. This long table right here. We're thinking about making a really cool elongated design, maybe with like the Disney castle in the corner, and then it'll be like roller coaster, Ferris wheel, and it'll sort of like be on either side, and sort of a path will zigzag through. Train going around the whole thing. We don't know yet. We don't know what we're gonna do, but that's could be an idea. And what I'm doing is essentially putting this stuff under the tables where it potentially might go. So of course we'll have to put all the amusement park stuff over there. And the other things that we're forgetting about is the residential. It's jammed in this area here too. But luckily we've got space under that table right there. So yeah, still lots of work to do. Let's go. So the Oilers one, that was good. Turns out I don't have the right size of melamine in the garage. So I'd have to like splice together two pieces and make multiple cuts. I've decided that I shall take the time capsule down and store it in the garage. I don't even want to know how many holes are behind that wall, but I guess we're about to find out. That's a steel drywall anchor, and it came with the plywood. This is bad karma, man. I didn't want to take this down. No, I did not want to take this down. Like, I'm dead serious. I should not be taking it down. Look at that. Hopefully this one comes off a bit cleaner. I mean, this one over here, where this big hole is, came off pretty clean, but that one destroyed my wall also. Yeah, those are some big holes, because look at the size of the screws that were holding that thing in place. Oh, it's going to destroy the wall. Oh, well, we're going to cover it with shelving anyway. Well, lesson learned. All I needed was a pair of needle nose pliers. I could have prevented that. Uh-oh. Hindsight 2020, I guess. Holy crow, look at this wall. It is destroyed. Oh my gosh. Good thing we're putting shelving there. Look, there's the steel drywall anchors. Now I'll just boop, push those in. Boop. You bloody things. Oh my gosh. My wall is destroyed. No. It's all right. We can patch it all and repaint it. Oh, those are some big holes to patch, though. We'll probably just patch it with some spackle light or whatever it is and drywall mud, I guess, and fix it up one day, I guess. When we don't have these shelves here covering it, we're going to have to fix all these holes and repaint. Oh, well. That thing looks like it was created by the Death Star, bro. Like, we're going to need a lot of spackle there to patch that hole. That's insane. Okay, that's the last thing. Let's move these shelves back and continue with our Lego room update. All right. It's been fixed. I knew what I had to do. Just didn't think I had the strength to do it. Okay, you can see some holes. Specifically the big one there, right above the brick heads. But you know what? We'll patch them one day when I have enough energy. Not tonight, though. I just don't feel like doing that tonight. I want to, like, move city stuff. This is a great combination right here. We've got to rearrange our shelving. Save that for another day, though. That brings us to our next mission. Bang, 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 bang! Another IKEA table down! Ah, another table! Stop. Are you ready to see the new Lego room? Okay, let's do it. All right, this place is finally feeling somewhat complete. Yeah, the shelving's looking pretty good. Excellent. I mean, obviously, we still need to rearrange it. We still need to deal with the Bricksie plaque, but hey, look at this place. Come on down into the Lego lair. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Then we're going to turn the corner. Boom. Lego City area. Woo! So look at all the stuff that we moved. Got all the residential buildings under here. All the beach stuff under there. Medieval stuff over here. Train yard stuff. Some Mills plates and the aquarium. Factory. Once again, we got some modulars under there. And over here, we've got all the rest of the modulars along with the Ninjago stuff. And then we moved all of the fairground stuff or amusement park stuff right over here. And then we finally have our desk area back. Yes! Now I can actually access my laptop. It's been, oh, that's not in there. It's been out of commission for too long, but there it is. Finally, we can access it again. Oh my gosh, that was a fail. Burying all my important goods in there was not good. But yeah, look at that. Doesn't it look amazing? Oh, I'm so stoked. Okay, there's one really cool benefit from the new Lego City table layout. I never thought of this before. But we have access to the entire undersides now. Like underneath the tables, we have access to it all, right? Never used to be like that. Because when the tables spanned all the way down there to the end, underneath the Ninjago area, underneath, not the beach, but the boat docks, underneath the campground, all of that area was just useless. You couldn't access anything in that area. But now we can access everything. So we can use it as shelving. We can use it as storage. We can use it as scenes. We can use it for whatever we want, which I think is super duper cool. Also, we have all of this wall space now. And we still have lots of shelving space because we're going to add those bulkhead shelves. We're going to rearrange everything, shift everything around. And obviously when you put the Star Destroyer and the Super Star Destroyer there, it opens up some big shelves here. So yeah, we're going to be doing lots of stuff here in the near future with in regards to rearranging the shelving and of course building the Lego City. Because the next thing that we have to do is add the tops of the tables. And that's going to happen soon. And then all of the stuff that goes on top of the tables is in the right spot. So everybody, that's really about it for today. Just wanted to take you on the journey here as we finally make our Lego room, you know, sort of user-friendly. Now I can access all my parts. We can access our desk area here. And it's looking like spiffy. Just needed to clean it up. And now it's clean. Let us know what you think by commenting below, and like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff. And thank you so much for popping on by. Farewell.